Hey Harry, today I want to talk about something that can really make your coding life easier. It's a small trick, but it makes a big difference once you get used to it.
That sounds promising. Is it one of those things you actually use? Something that helps you work faster?
Exactly. I'm glad to share it with you. It's called Shorthand Property Names. It's a feature added to JavaScript in ES6 back in 2015, and it quickly became a favorite.
Sounds tempting, but what does it actually do?
Let's say you're working on an object. You already have some data, like name, age, maybe city. In the past, you had to write each property like this: name, age, city.
Wait, so I just keep repeating myself?
Exactly. Like say, my name is name and my age is age. A bit silly, right?
Totally. That feels unnecessary.
Now imagine writing that 10 times in one file, or 20, or even 100. Every time, the same pattern. Key: value. Even when the key and value are identical.
That's like typing your own name over and over in different forms.
Or like walking into your favorite coffee shop every morning and saying, "One medium latte with almond milk and a cinnamon bun, please."
Let me guess, eventually the barista just knows?
Exactly. A good barista remembers you. After a few visits, you just say the usual and it's ready. That's what shorthand properties are like. You let JavaScript remember for you.
So, if I have something called name, and I want to use it inside an object, I don't have to repeat it.
That's the magic. When the property name and the variable name match, you can just write the name once. JavaScript fills in the rest under the hood.
That's kind of elegant. Less noise, same meaning.
Exactly. Cleaner, shorter, and easier to read, especially when objects get bigger.
But what if I want to use a different name inside the object?
Then the shortcut doesn't work. You'll need to use the full format: property name: value.
Got it. So this trick only works when both names match perfectly?
Yep. No shortcuts when names don't match.
Makes sense. It's like having a nickname. Your friends can use it because they know you, but strangers need your full name.
Great comparison. It's little things like this that keep your code polished. We'll take a look at a few examples later on.
Cool. I really like these small hacks. They make everything smoother.
Exactly. Coding is a bit like speaking a new language. The more fluent you become, the less you need to say, and it still makes perfect sense.
From the way you talk about it, I'm actually glad I'm learning the language now. Seems like a lot has already been simplified.
Oh, yeah. There's still a lot I'll show you during our chats that will blow your mind. Trust me, I've got some surprises for you.
Haha, I believe you, James. Let's keep going.
Yes, let's continue, Harry. Do you have any questions?
Yes, James. If this feature is so helpful, why wasn't it part of JavaScript earlier?
Great question. Sometimes languages evolve with time, like how cities add bike lanes or stores introduce self-checkout machines. ES6 was a major upgrade for JavaScript, and shorthand property names were just one of many improvements.
Interesting. So it's kind of like a modern renovation.
Exactly. Imagine JavaScript as a house. ES6 came in, cleaned up the layout, knocked down a few useless walls, and made everything easier to move around.
I like that image. So this shorthand, is it just about making objects look prettier?
Not just that. It's about writing less and thinking more. Let me ask you, have you ever packed a suitcase using a checklist?
Sure. I usually write down things like t-shirt, toothbrush, like I don't trust myself to remember.
Exactly. Using shorthand is like saying, I already know what I'm taking. I'll just list the items. No need to repeat everything.
So it saves time, and just like in life, you don't need to be a robot copying things twice.
Bingo. And it also helps your teammates when they read your code. It looks cleaner, shorter, and clearly intentional.
Okay, but what happens if I mix shorthand and full property names?
That's totally fine and completely allowed. You can mix both styles. Let's say you have some properties where the names match, and others where they don't. Use shorthand for the matching ones, and write out the rest normally.
That's pretty cool. So I don't have to pick just one style?
Not at all. JavaScript won't judge you. Use shorthand where it fits, and go classic where it doesn't.
That's flexible. I like it. Does it also work when returning objects from functions?
Great question, yes, and it's one of the best places to use it. Imagine writing a function that returns a user profile. If the data is already in variables, you can return them using shorthand. It looks super clean.
Wow, that sounds really useful. Hard to imagine people coding without this for so long.
Yeah, it's like saying, here's what I have, just send it back in a nice package.
And JavaScript handles the wrapping paper?
Haha, exactly. You give it the contents, and it turns it into a gift-ready object.
Wait a second. What if I'm reading someone's code and I see these shorthand properties? How do I know what's going on?
That's where context comes in. If you see opening curly braces with names like name and age, look around in the code. If there are variables with those names, that's what's being used.
So I need to be a little observant?
Yep, but once you get used to it, your brain starts filling the gaps automatically.
Oh, I know what that feels like. It's like when you read a sentence with missing letters, and you still totally understand what it means.
Exactly. Your brain says, hey, I've seen this pattern before, and it just clicks.
This is starting to feel natural. I feel like I actually understand it now, and I could explain it to someone else.
That's what I love to hear. Understanding is the best sign of learning.
One day, I'll be the one helping someone else with this stuff.
Oh, I have no doubt about that, Harry. But first, we still got more interesting and useful things ahead.
Absolutely, James. I'm ready and listening closely.
Well, how do you like the information, Harry?
All right, I think I get it. I just hope I can use it on my own.
That's totally normal to feel that way. Learning a new concept always feels unfamiliar at first. Want to try it together on a small example?
Yes, please. Give me something simple to start with.
Okay, imagine you have 3 variables, title, author, and year. You want to group them into a book object. What would you do?
I'd say, I'd create an object and write title, author, year.
Exactly. That's the traditional way. And if you use the shorthand I told you about?
I just write title, author, year inside the object.
You got it. That's shorthand in action. It's like saying, you already know the names. No need to repeat them.
This is actually fun and simple. So, can I try one more?
Of course. Try this. You have a variable called email and another one called user ID. But you want the object to look like contact email and ID. Can you shorthand that?
No, because the property names are different from the variable names.
Boom. Perfect. That's when you need to write it fully. Contact email, email ID, user ID.
Sounds great. I'm really starting to see when it fits and when it doesn't.
That's what I want to hear. Real learning begins when you start spotting patterns.
And I already noticed, reading code written with shorthand feels cleaner and easier to follow.
Exactly. Your brain doesn't stop to decode every bit. You just flow through the logic.
Okay, what about arrays? Does it work with them too?
Good question. No, shorthand property names are for objects only, but arrays have their own tricks. We'll get to those soon. I'll explain everything in time.
All right, one step at a time.
That's the right attitude. And remember, it's not about memorizing, it's about understanding. Sometimes something that feels complicated becomes simple once you ask the right question. That's the real magic, and not just in JavaScript. And once you understand what makes it stick is practice. Try it in a small project or even in your browser console.
Like creating variables and building an object.
Exactly. Play with it. Create a fake profile, name, age, hobby. Anything you like. Try the long way, then the shorthand. Feel the difference.
I can already tell. The shorthand way just feels nicer and smoother.
That's why it became so popular. Clean code feels good to write and good to read.
Thanks for walking me through it step by step. James. This one really clicked for me.
Glad to hear it. And remember, Harry, practice and repetition turn knowledge into skill.
Like turning a recipe into a real meal?
Exactly. Practice is what takes you from thinking to doing. It would be a shame if you read a recipe, understood how to make the dish, but never actually cooked it, and stayed hungry, and eventually you forget the recipe too.
Got it, James. Then I'd better go practice.
That's the spirit. I'll be here whenever you're ready for the next chat, or if you've got more questions.
Thanks, teacher. See you soon.